Let's do similar kind of example in Docker desktop, so that if you do not use commands, and how does it look like, how does it work. Okay, so let's do the similar kind of example, but this time we will take a postgres container. So postgres, we will take a postgres image, and from that we will run a postgres container, and we will do the inspection, and we will do the log check, and we will enter into the terminal of that, and similar, and we'll see how does it look, how does it feel like if you use a Docker desktop, and how does this differentiate the feel between a Docker desktop and a Docker engine in a Ubuntu server. So that's the main agenda here. The main agenda in example 2 is, so let me close this completely. So example 2 is running Postgres container in Docker desktop in Windows OS. Okay, so agenda, point to be proven here is to same thing, but inspection and all those things, inspection, logs, and terminal, using the container terminal of the container, and see the differences between Docker engine and desktop. So let's get into the action. Why to wait? This is the example 2. So now I'm getting into the Docker desktop. So no image and no container at this moment. Okay, so I will click on run Postgres SQL directly. So when I click run Postgres SQL, it will pull the Postgres container image. It will pull Postgres image with latest tag from Docker Hub. I'll show you that also. Yeah, we are here, and they're still up and running because our server is up and running. So this is our Docker Hub. So let me come to the official images, and click on and type. Okay, let me scroll down. No, it hung. So it may take few minutes, maybe few seconds. Let's wait until it responds back. Yeah, it's done. So let me scroll down. You can see here Postgres SQL, and click on tags. Yeah, this is the latest tag. Yeah, Docker pull Postgres latest. And let me get back to the Docker Hub. Yeah, it's done, it started, but let me check to that. So image Postgres and latest tag, this is the image, it's been pulled, and here you can see all the information. View details, once you click on view details, it will take to that other place. That's okay. Before that, let me come to the containers. The container is up and running, no problem at all. So it's a Postgres latest image is used, and name of the container is Postgres S8H4. So rest all is fine. Anyway, we have seen how to stop container and delete the container. That's okay. So now let me come to the images, and let me check volumes. So one volume also has been created. This is the volume. It's been created. The volume ID. Okay, because it's a SQL database. Obviously, database requires a volume. So bind mount volume, that too. Mount, so is required. So that's why it's been attached. So now let me click on, if you want to check, inspect, or check the logs, or enter into the terminal, what you have to do is you have to come to this three dot icon. So you click on that icon, it opens view details, and click on view details. So then it opens a new window. So here you can find complete information. I told you it's a layers. An image, a Docker image is a layer. Yes or no? So now you can see that. I just want to prove the same from here. So let me click on images. I don't want to show the vulnerabilities and all. Yeah. So keep it like this. You see, this is the image postgres latest, and this is from here it brought. This is the base image. This postgres has taken a base image of Debian. You see, Debian is kind of Ubuntu, so the directory structure will be directory structure remains same. So let's look into the directory structure after a while. So Postgres, and after that you see the each image now, each layer now. Layer 1, add file. This is one instruction. Then command bash. This is another instruction. Then set command. Then set. Then environmental variable. Then environmental lang. So these are 25 layers it has. How many? 25 layers. It's not 125. Because each command is a layer. So each instruction that you mention is a layer. And finally, so at which port expose it to the 5432. And then finally the last command. This CMD is used when you run, when you say docker run, that time whatever you mention inside the CMD, that will be executed. So now whatever I have shown here, just I'll get back to your nginx container. You see, I have shown an image consists of a layers layers of different things. So this is our base image. There also the base image is Debian, and after that you will have an application layer. There also we have a lot of application layers. Lot of application layer is nothing but instructions. You will have different instructions that we have there. So now let me get back to the Docker desktop and to show everything there. So we have taken from Ubuntu the base image, Debian, sorry, not Ubuntu, Debian. You see that the Debian Slim has been taken, and after that you see that Debian Slim, Docker official, and after that these are all different instructions that are mentioned. Total 25, and each instruction is a layer. When you say Docker build, so each instruction will be built as a layer. So total it consists of a 25 layers. Okay, so 25 layers it consists of. I think hence it's proved that image is nothing but a layers. A layer is nothing but a instruction that you write inside a Docker file. That's it. It's that simple. So then here these are vulnerabilities, and these are not that important for us. Okay, so this is what you can inspect inside the image. So now let me get back to the image again. So there is nothing much to check here. So now let me go to the container. So now we are going to do more here. So click on show container action. You have a lot of things. Copy Docker run, open this in terminal, or pause, restart, and open this in browser. So I will click on view details. You see that? Now you got a lot of. So first one is logs. Let us go through the logs one by one. So logs, server started, and entry point, and requests, complete information, and finally Postgres SQL init process completely ready for startup. So this is the logs. But if you want to see the logs, there you have to give command. To check the logs, you have to give command. But here you don't need to type a command. You just go to that three dot icon and click on that icon, view the details. You will get into the logs directly. Okay, you can copy these logs and you can delete the logs also. Okay, so this is what. But now inspect. How did we do inspect in Docker? Using docker inspect command. But here, just click on the inspect option. You will see the docker inspect. So what all we got there for inspect, docker inspect? When you say docker inspect, we got information about the docker, different variables, environment variables, and then port id, and then port number that's mapped and everything. So here also you see environment variable, the password of this postgres is this one, postgres pw, and path, you got the path environment variable, lang, and many more. Just a minute. And mounts, you see that this is the mount. Let me take to the volumes. I'll just copy this. This is where it is, var lib docker volumes, and this has been mounted, this has been connected, this is inside the, let me, okay, copy this, this is inside the docker container and paste it inside here. Yeah, this is inside the docker container, and this has been mapped with the var lib postgresql data. Okay, with our machine, with our Windows local machine, it's been mapped with this var lib. So now you see 8776 and volumes 87761. Okay, that's what the volume is, that's what the bind mount is. So let me get back to the containers again and get into the view details. So that's what the terminal is. Now it's time to enter into terminal. That's what the inspect is. Now it's time to enter into terminal. Now you can see that pound. So let me say who am I? Yes, it's a root user. Who am I is a root user. And then host name is this. Let me copy this d080 and let me go to the container d0809, hence it's root. So it's the terminal of the container, it's not some other thing, it's the terminal of the container. So now let me click on view details again and again click on the terminal. Okay, so now let's see the pwd. Where are we? So we are in root virtual directory. So now let me say ls. You see that you can find bin dev etc lib media opt root sbin user boot home lib64 mnt proc run srv temp var everything. Damn same. Damn same. Because the base image, this is the first layer of our image, Debian layer. This is our first layer of our image, and this layer consists of a miniature Debian OS. So the directory system is always same as our EC2 instance. So again, let me get back to our Docker desktop. So now you can check more. So one more thing I want to check, is this correct? Where is that? Var lib. Okay, cd var, that doesn't work, var and lib ls. So inside that we have apt dpkg. I want, see, you see that your postgresql. So cd postgres, okay, it's not working, postgresql and cls data. So cd data cls. Here you have base pg commit and postgre.pid opts autoconf pg version pg stat, and exactly where it is in volumes. It is in var lib docker volumes, it's not in postgres. Yeah, so here cd where so PostgreSQL. Okay, hence it's the first part has been proved. The layers is clear and the miniature voice is also clear, and you can see that visually on Docker desktop too. And we have entered inside the terminal and we have checked the directory system also there. Okay, so then finally we'll check stats, and this is what 31.2 MB. So now let me come to the image and we will build another container. So settings, container name, database version 1, and host port, this is 8080, no problem, and run. Okay, postgres host auth method trust, postgres password is empty, and I will give password also this time. Yeah, that was not built, so now I will run a container. Options, database v1 8050, and this is paste it here, and password, and click run. Now okay, error invoking docker run container conflict, the container, okay, the database name is already given. Okay, sorry, that's my mistake. I have to add one more, database v1, sorry, v2 and 8060, and paste it, pass wd, and run it. That's it. Now it's running. Your PostgreSQL is running because we need to give a super admin password. That's it. Then it will run. So inspect. You can inspect and you can check your terminal. You want to basically, if you want to work with your PostgreSQL, if you want to give Postgre queries, then from here you can give actually. So that's the main purpose of having this Postgre uh, that's the main purpose of log entering into the terminal. So from there you can do the you can give postgre command, postgres. You see that at this moment it's a root execution, but still fine. You can from here you can give. So let me get into the containers. You see, one is dead, this is not working. I will delete that. See, two containers are running from the same image with a different user super admins. So I will run one more container with a different super admin, but image remains same. This is database version 3 8070, and here Postgres password, and here I'll give same passwd and run it. Yes, it's running. Inspect terminal stats, get back to the containers. You see, all three are running with at different ports with different super admins with different super admin passwords. Hence, so the left side has been proved and right side running processes running different containers with the same image also has been proved. So get into our, so this both the agenda example 2 also done, it's been proved. So click, yeah. So we have run Postgres container in Windows based server using Docker desktop, and we have proven that. We have shown various layers and we have proven that also, and we have also proven that same image you can run multiple containers with the different super admins and different super users.